guys, short video about a recent comment or two comments I received on my news site about my place of birth and the journey through my life, basically, which I'm going to add to on a regular basis. Now, I just want to bullet point these two things that came up about the comments, regarding the comments. The comment was regarding being a Latin American and B, South America as a continent. Okay, so this comment actually tried to contradict my statement in my video, which was that I was a Latin American citizen or person, okay, by birth, whatever. Now I wrote back to this person because they said we meaning, I guess, from my country, he or she must be from my country, said we are not Latin American. We might be in South America, but we are not classed as Latin American. To which I did a little bit of research to confirm my statements, and my response was that Latin America is all of South America. I think it's like 25 countries. They're all Latin American countries on that continent of South America. Now, looking deeper into that research, I noted that you're talking a century ago or so, some guy did some drafts regarding how Latin Americans are actually referred to as Latin Americans. In other words, it was basically people who spoke Spanish and Portuguese. That was the predetermining factor of creating this quote-unquote Latin American status. But since then, that's eroded. That's become something much broader in sense. It's a broader view of where Latin America and Latinos are, right? So, Latin America now are all the countries on that continent of South America. You name them, I think it's about 25 countries, okay? And I wrote back to this person, I haven't had a response back yet, but I stated, as per my research, I am a Latin American. I am a not Latino, but I'm Latin American because I am born on that whole spectrum of Latin America, i.e. South America. I'm going to get a response back from that, which is probably going to be a discussion, but which is good. I'm open to that. The second comment I got was some guy, it sounded like a guy who said he hasn't learned much, i.e. me. He hasn't learned much. I'm not sure what he was referring to, whether he's talking about the comment the last person made or the fact that I'm in the Philippines and I'm showing that I've arrived in the Philippines and that this is where I am hoping to possibly live long term, if not here, Malaysia. So it sounded like a derogatory remark to say, and he did state this towards the end, that I haven't learned much because I moved from a poverty lifestyle in Latin America, South America, Guyana, which was British Guyana, to the Philippines, a third world country, which is equally or worse poverty stricken. I'm not going to argue about that. What I will say is, what was the point of stating that? I'm trying to explain to you from my video of my travels, my journey through moving from one place to another, through all the countries I've been to, the rich, the mediocre, to a place where poverty isn't my primary function here. Of course, it's not. It is about finding a lifestyle that suited my time, my age, and what I'm looking for long term. To me, the Philippines as an island has so much to offer. If we look past the poverty temporarily, I know it exists and I'm here and I'm going to do what I can within my scope, within my means. But for someone to say to me, you left a poverty area to move to another poverty area is a contrast that he's throwing back at me as a negative rather than a choice I'm making, because I've done the things probably most people have never even done, like joining the army, spending time in the forces over in the UK, traveling to different countries, dealing with issues, opening a business, teaching English, right? And contributing to certain society within my business or my travels. Whatever this guy or this person is that said this, they need to stop making assumptions just because they're probably, and I'm making an assumption now, they're probably not having a life that they want. They're not achieving things they want. But you know what? To look at somebody else and pull them down like crabs in a barrel is the way to go for these people, because they cannot be dynamic in their thinking. They can only see a way to bring other people down to their level because it makes them feel good. They don't want you to achieve. They don't want to see that other people have done things regardless of their choices. You've done something like I have to promote myself in different ways. And if they took the time to ask, I would be happy to explain. But it's beyond them. They're not interested. They just have a preconceived idea about what I'm going to do, and they've jumped on it with both feet. So thank you for that, guys. I hope you watch this, and this is going to shed a little bit of light about making assumptions based on watching one video rather than follow and see what happens. You might learn something. Chris here in the Philippines, in the poverty Philippines, as you say. Though Manila may not be totally that way, there's a lot of things going on here that this country is developing, and it's going to be a place that more people will come